Okay, welcome back to the support sessions for CHCDIV002, Promote Aboriginal and or Torres Strait Islander Cultural Safety. My name's Sarah, and I've been running the support sessions each week for this unit for sci-fi. From next week, just check if there's an assessment task 4, and if not, but what we're doing, maybe just some open drop-in sessions. So I'll open up the classroom and I'll be here, and then if anybody would like to drop in questions, queries, or just general support, I'll be here. Okay, just to acknowledgement to country. TAFE Queensland acknowledge the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and respect the continuing connection to land, waters, cultures and family that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples uphold. We pay respect to elders past, present and future. We recognise that teaching and learning has taken place on country for over 60,000 years, and two-way learning is an important part of our reconciliation journey. Okay, so yep, I'm here today to provide just a little bit of assessment support for the unit CHCDIV001, and today we'll be looking at assessment task 3. I'll just guide you through with some tips and pointers, and then if you watch the recording afterwards and you have any questions, further questions or queries, you can email the teaching team, which I'll go through. Okay, so there's 3 assessments for this unit. Today we'll be looking at assessment 3. I'll just go through. So assessment task 1 was due on the 8th of May 2023, so hopefully that's well in. Assessment task 2 is the knowledge activity, is due on the 22nd of May. Okay, so you've still got 6 days, all right, but get going. The earlier you get them in, more time you get to move. And assessment 3, today's task, is an observation, and it's due on the 5th of June 23. You don't want to be leaving observation tasks to the last minute, because you've got to present, I believe. So let's go through this. Okay, so you're required to present to at least 3 colleagues. Okay, so and your TAFE assessor with a PowerPoint presentation to assist you. So definitely don't leave this to the last minute. Have this up and ready to go, because when we need to rely on other people and get in, lives are so busy and things can change, and you just don't want to get to the assessment due date and have that happen. A couple of days before, at least you can figure something else out. You can work something else out. Okay, so it's really important when you make your PowerPoint presentation that your slides are to be in like a readable size font. So none of this tiny size font that no one can read. So not too wordy either. Just your points, and then you can talk about it. So readable size font and reference your slides. So that's 2 important things you must remember for this assessment task. You reference at the end of the paragraph, or the last page can be your reference. The last slide can be your reference list. Okay, so you are going to, and with referencing, APA or Harvard style is acceptable, either one. And that's all in there for you. Connect in your library as well if you need any support with referencing. So you're going to introduce a community organisation in your local area and describe what the service offers. Okay, so that would take up 1 slide. Okay, so what the organisation is, give a description about what the service provides and offers in your area. Then just have a quick look. Okay, historical policies. Okay, so then 1 historical policy that has impacted the Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander people. Okay, so the policy and a bit of a, expand on that and give an explanation on how or why it is impacted. Okay, so discuss the three major impacts of the policy. So there you go. So the policy is on one slide, and on that side then three. So you've got 1, 2, 3 impacts of the policy on Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. So you need to include in your discussions loss of land and culture, racism and discrimination, and power relationships. Okay, and that will total 3 slides there. So you're up to about 5 slides, I think. So the introduction of the community organisation for one slide, then the historical policy on the second slide, and then 3 slides for the major impacts of the past policies, loss of land and culture, racism and discrimination, and power relationships. Okay, and then you need to go on to, let's have a look. Identify how these impacts affect Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people when it comes to engaging in service provision. So what are the impacts, and link this to, in your discussion, link it to decision-making, communication understanding, and retaining information. Okay, so that should be another 2 slides. Okay, so you need to identify the impacts and then expand on the impacts as to why and how. Okay, and decision-making, communication, and understanding and retaining information must be discussed as part of your presentation. Okay. So next we've got legislation. So identify one piece of legislation that endeavours to improve, okay? So really important, improve service provision for Aboriginal and or Torres Strait Islander people, okay? So this is one piece of key legislation that is hoping to improve service position for these people. Identify 2 ways that you could improve communication in the workplace with identified Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. So 2 ways that you could think of improved communication. What would you do to support that? And then the last one, culturally safe strategies, is one more slide, and suggest 2 culturally safe strategies that could assist in service delivery. So that could be like ways you could involve maybe the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in their decision making, things like that. Okay, so they're 2 culturally safe strategies that could improve and assist in service delivery. All right, and I will also, that sort of clears it up. It should be good. Look, it's really important. Keep your PowerPoint, as we said. Keep it simple. Your presentation. It doesn't all have to be on your PowerPoint. Just the main points, and just make sure you go through and tick off the criteria that's expected. Okay, nice, relaxed delivery. It's slow, relaxed, communicate. And I think probably about 10 minutes, but you're looking at 2, 4, 6, about 8 slides. Okay, and then you're required to upload your PowerPoint presentation to Connect. Yeah, and I'll in the additional content in your Connect, in your unit homepage, I will put a document on communicating effectively with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. So I'll just give you you know, a bit more of an insight and a bit more of an understanding if you're looking for that extra support. Okay. All right, I'll just go through some housekeeping. So the due dates, follow them. They're in Connect. We've been through those. Assessment 1 should be in. Assessment 2 is due in about 6 days. And this assessment is due on the 5th of June. So just keep moving with them. If you're acquire an extension, please read the TAFE rules, because they're only granted in exceptional circumstances, so it must align with the TAFE rules, student rules. Submitting your assessments, so this assessment to be recorded and uploaded through Connect. Plagiarism must be in your own words, so no copying anyone else's script, your own script, your own presentation, please. And referencing, we talked about that, so it's always good to put a slide at the end with a reference list on it, APA style or Harvard referencing. Requesting support, so request support to your teaching team through the Sci-Fi email. I'll just run through that again in a second. And resubmissions, all the instructions are there for you on Connect. Okay, up and coming due dates. Past date, assessment 1 was due on the 8th of the 5th, assessment 2 on the 22nd of the 5th, 23, and this assessment is due on the 5th, the 6th, 23. So don't miss the deadline, so important for you just to keep your study flow. It's really important for your mental wellness, and because once we sort of get behind it, start catching up on us. It's a lot of work to do, and with an observation, you know, there's a lot to put together with a presentation. Okay, so yes, any further questions or any support, anything you need from the teaching team, please email us on sci-fi.north at tafequeensland.edu.au. Make sure you include your name, student number, unit code, assessment number, question number or numbers, and outline your query. This enables us to work through it quickly and get back to you quickly with some support. So, and also with the subject line to reflect the email content as well. So no sort of attention to something, I'm going to say assessment task 3, PowerPoint presentation, support, and then we'll know exactly what it is. We get into it. If you've got all those details there, we can get back to you to support. Okay, so next session will be the session 4 on the 23rd, so next Tuesday, same time, 10 to 10:30. Drop in for support, questions, queries. I will be here. I'll open up the classroom, so please come in if you need any support. Okay, thank you.